Hey, what is going on, you French flapple? That is right, we play maintenance in this deck. Never did I ever think that I'd be playing maintenance in a deck and it would feel so good and like such a key card in the deck, but it is and it does. And we'll get into the full list in just a second. But what if I told you there was a way you could support the channel by making money? That's right, Full Grip Games is always buying cards, and when you guys sell them their cards, that helps support the content I create over here on the channel. So crazy, right? Crazy. You can get money for supporting the content I create here on the YouTube channel. So if you love my content and you've got a bunch of random Pokemon cards that you no longer want and you'd rather have some money instead, go over to fullgripgames.com, click on their buy list tab, and check it out. Okay, so I said we got maintenance in here, but that's not all we have in here. So it's a Meloetta Genesect V deck. So it is a Fusion Strike deck. Fusion Strike deck, there's no Mew VMAX though. That's because in Expanded we have Special Charge. One of the problems with Meloetta, or like potentially doing a straight Meloetta deck in Standard, is you just kind of run out of Fusion Strike energy, and then your Meloettas probably pretty quickly do like very little to no damage. But in Expanded, we have Special Charge. So that means not only can we turn one do 210 damage with the Meloetta, but we can continuously do at least 210 damage, but even get up to the 280 and consistently do 280 damage, turn after turn after turn. So if like turn one, we go, turn one Elsa Sparkle, 210, they knock out that Meloetta. The next turn we can go Special Charge plus Attach, or Special Charge plus just Elsa Sparkle, get 4 Fusion Strike energy into play, and then we're doing 280 damage. You get some tablets involved, you get some muscle bands involved, and we're one-hit KO and pretty much anything we want in the format. It's pretty wild. It's pretty crazy. So Meloetta, Genesect, boom, got him. Fusion Strike energy, of course. And one of the key cards in the deck actually that helps us consistently get to that 280 number or higher is actually Town Map. If you guys don't know what this card does, I know a lot of you don't play Expanded and generally just play Standard. This is actually a card that's been reprinted multiple times. Turn all of your face down prize cards, or turn off your prize cards face up, and they remain face up for the rest of the game. So you play that, look at your prize cards, and then when you take that first knockout for a prize card or 2 prize cards, you get to pick whatever you want out of your 6 prize cards. You get to, get the 2 Fusion Strike energy, the prize cards, or the Fusion Strike energy, or whatever else you want, maybe a Guzma. Maybe you need the Guzma. Take a look at the rest of the list. Actually, let's talk about maintenance. Why is maintenance so good? So maintenance is so good because it takes 2 cards out of our hand and puts them back into the deck. Now, if you've played Mew VMAX or just Fusion Strike Mew in Standard, you'll know that sometimes you just draw into those hands where they're just kind of cluttered with cards and you can't draw many cards with your Genesects. Well, maintenance solves that problem. And sure, if you have the Chromatics, you can thin out the hand a little bit, or the Quick Balls, and we do play Quick Ball in here as well. I don't play Ultra Ball because I never want to discard that many cards. I want to have a little bit more control over how I move the cards out of my hand, and that's a great thing about maintenance. You don't discard the cards, you just put them back into the deck and then you draw a card. So it's not, you don't get no value out of it either. You also draw a card, and then maybe that's a playable card. You play that, and then you Genesect after that for 6 or whatever. So a lot of times we'll have cards like Dimension Valleys or supporters. We play 3 Elsa Sparkle, 3 Guzma, 1 N. No Via Seeker. Despite it being an Expanded, you don't really need a ton of supporters in this deck. You need to either get more energy and play through Elsa Sparkle, or you need to gust something up and knock it out. So you don't really need to play Via Seeker. I'd rather just play a decent amount of each draw supporter. We also play 1 N. Sometimes we want to try and make that comeback scenario. This is usually when our opponent's down to 2 prize cards, and they might have Boss or Guzma KO on a Genesect. So then we can end them down to 2 and hope they don't have that play. That's usually what we try and play them out of. Because usually we're kind of winning the prize rate if they're KOing our Meloetta. So it's just to kind of force them to KO a Meloetta for turn. So 1 of N for just late game scenario. And if we ever draw it into our hand and we don't want it in the hand anymore, we can maintenance it back into the deck, much like the other supporters, or like I said, the Dimension Values are the other card that kind of gets stuck in our hand sometimes. You put it back in the deck, you draw a card, and it helps move the hand along continuously, turn after turn after turn. Another card that actually is played in Standard that also helps us do that is the Switching Cup. So you also play 2 Switching Cups in here for basically the same reason, just more cards that kind of don't discard cards, because we're not trying to lose our resources. We want them later, and we want to see other cards now. So that's what the cups and the maintenance do. We can play a Switching Cups, put a Dimension Value on top of the deck, then play a Repeat Ball. Maybe we get something, maybe we don't. Another really cool card in the deck that you don't see very often is the Repeat Ball. Search your deck for a Pokemon with the same name as one of your Pokemon in play. It's actually a super sick card for this deck. Because once again, we don't really want to play Ultra Ball, not trying to discard a whole ton of cards. We want everything, we just don't always want it now. So the Repeat Ball really good at helping us find the Meloettas and Genesects aggressively. And alongside that, we have 4 Nest Ball, and like I mentioned, the 4 Quick Balls to find our Pokemon. A little bit of Pokemon recovery in the Rescue Stretcher. We have 1 of those. Because our opponent is going to take knockouts, and we do want 6 Pokemon constantly in play, so we can draw 6 cards, or up to 6 cards with our Fusion Strike system. So we do play Pokemon recovery in the Rescue Stretcher. I've been thinking about playing maybe 2 of these, because Parallel City can be really annoying when we run into that. couple field blowers because it never hurts to have. Oops, that's the field blower. Never hurts to have one of the most powerful cards in the game in the deck. And yeah, that's basically the list. I don't really have too much else to say. So let's go ahead. Let's get into some games. Gonna be coming at you with another expanded video shortly, and then hopefully from there on out, we're gonna be coming at you with the Brilliant Stars finally. If you guys want to catch me playing with the Brilliant Stars cards before the videos and the decks make their way over to the YouTube channel, if you want to catch it as soon as I'm coming up with the ideas and I'm playing the decks and yeah, playing the Brilliant Stars, check out the live stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. I stream every day except Tuesdays over there. First link in the description. Give it a click, give it a follow, and then if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. I think that's all I got to say. Got another expanded deck coming at you guys probably tomorrow. But let's go ahead and let's get into some games with this one. All right, we won the coin flip, and of course, playing in expanded, we want to actually go second. Something different than standard. Going second is what you want to do. Opening hand is okay. Definitely leaves a bit to be desired, but definitely not terrible. I've got the computer search, so it can never truly be terrible. I'll tell you that much. If you have a computer search in your hand, your hand is never truly terrible if you have a computer search in your hand. But we don't have much else to work with. We're looking for those Pokemon search cards, the repeat balls, nest balls, quick balls. That's what we're looking for. It looks like we're up against a Mew and Mewtwo type of deck. What kind of options they have, I have no clue. I guess we're gonna find out. Nest ball top deck is great. Gonna go with a maintenance off the rip here. Get rid of these two. Got ourselves a float stone, which is nice. So we can go computer search. Get ourselves a Genesect. And then I think nest ball for at least a Meloetta, because if it were a peep ball, we're not definitely just gonna always want Genesects off it. So, and then we're looking for that turn 1 attack, which should be no problem as long as we draw into some decent stuff. Actually, this is a pretty shaky start. Let's see, there's a quick ball though. Give up the Fusion Strike tablet, grab a Genesect, play the tablet, and then go ahead and Fusion Strike system again. I played a tablet. How much damage are we actually doing? We're doing 120, which is 240. We can actually go for like a Guzma knockout here, to be honest. If we just get like one more tablet. So I'm gonna quick ball away this. Grab a Genesect. Wait, right? 120, 240. So yeah, I'm actually just gonna go for the Guzma knockout. See if we can pull it off. We need a Stadium and a tablet here. Tablet, no Stadium yet. Take a look. Oh, there it is. And as they say, that's expanded. Melodious Echo turn 1 KO on their Mew and Mewtwo GX tag team. So 3 prize cards here for us. Some nice options here. Ooh, the quick ball is great. Help us thin out this hand, especially if our opponent doesn't take a knockout this turn. And free up a bench space for us to put this Meloetta on. We also are down a Fusion Strike energy, so we're going to have to find one of those special charges. Definitely going to be hunting a special charge on this next turn if they do take a knockout on my active. And this looks like it is some kind of Mewtwo box type deck, so I guess the one thing I am afraid of is they probably play a Pokemon that says basics can't hit you. Like, if I had to guess. I don't know for sure, but I feel like they probably play something that basically locks me out of the game, whether it be basics can't hit or, and there's an energy to the Cobalion. So they're definitely going to be using that Iron Rule GX. There's also like there's a Pokemon that says you can't use, oh, what is it called? You can't attach special energy, but we do play, you know, Elsa Spark. Okay, there it is. They have the Flash Ray from your buy attacks from from basic Pokemon. Okay, and then there's the Noivern with the Sonic Volume. So those are 2 attacks that could be annoying, but they have other Pokemon in play right now. So we can always get around Flash Ray by just going Guzma. We do have 2 more Guzma left in the deck. We do play 2 more Guzma. And if they attack with that Sonic Volume, once again, that doesn't seem like it's going to be that big of a deal either. So I think we're in a pretty good spot overall. Go ahead and throw down this Fusion Strike energy. Play this. Check my Stadium count. There's 3. What else does it stop? It's just special energy. They can't stop Stadium. So I think I could just get rid of that. so I can draw another card this turn. Quick ball would let that fail. Just Fusion Strike system for a couple cards. Play Repeat Ball again. Check. Yeah, both Guzma are in there. We also have our N, if that should ever be needed. Got the town map. Definitely want to play that. We take a knock on something that is not the Mew. So tell me exactly what's prized. Okay, good to know. I didn't check my prize cards. That's another thing good about playing town map. You don't really have to check your prize cards. I mean, you can. Still can get rid of a Meloetta. Drew a Guzma. Definitely don't want to play the Guzma. Go ahead and draw one. Ideally, we like to play the cup and play a shuffle draw card. So that's what we're kind of holding out for. And then I think I'm just gonna pass here because we can't attack because they did use the Iron Rule GX. Yeah, I'll just pass. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. Let's see what their plan is. How do they plan to get back into this one? Yeah, I want to get rid of the stadium because my opponent definitely tries to utilize the Dimension Valley. They definitely try and utilize Dimension Valley themselves, and they are down 2 of their own. So if they can't find one, they might not even be able to pull off any kind of reasonable attack. So may as well field blow away our own. We should draw that extra card and kind of go from there. But yeah, I'm interested what kind of play can they even make at this point to try and get back into this one. We had a really good start. If we just kind of whiffed an attack turn 1 and they actually just went turn 2 Flash Ray, we could have just lost because they don't have any other Pokemon in play for us to really take advantage of and kind of knock out or whatever. But because they weren't able to get off a turn 2 Flash Ray like that, we're definitely in a situation where we can just kind of go Guzma to close this one out potentially. We'll see if they have anything else to work with. There's a Stealthy Hood for a Jirachi. That's not going to change anything. That's actually a card I'm considering playing in this deck to put on the Genesect. So if we go up against Wobbuffet, Garb, anything like that, put a Stealthy Hood on our Genesect. So you can still put the Fusion Strike energy on the Genesect and draw under, Wobbuffet and Garb and so on. But it'd be a little bit nicer to have an option or it'd be very nice to have an option just like a Stealthy Hood as well. Because you still need Fusion Strike energy on your Meloettas. You can't just put 4 Fusion Strike on 4 Genesects because you can't attack. So we could play more energy, but I think I'd rather play Stealthy Hoods instead. There's a card you can consistently move out of your hand as well. So that's a pretty big deal. There's a Distort, but Melodious Echo. No, I don't think we quite get the KO here. I don't think we quite get... No, they have the Jirachi down, so we definitely don't get the knockout here. But I could Guzma knock out the Dedenne. This is actually kind of awkward. Because they could distort me. Should we just hit the active? I'm actually unsure about how I want to play this one, to be honest. Because then can distort KO my Meloetta. And then we're kind of stuck. So I almost feel like I should just Melodious Echo here, just punch really hard. Force them into the Flash Ray. Yeah, I think I like the idea of forcing them to use Flash Ray, which then lets me use my item cards. And then I'm going to go Guzma and start to chase down the Dedennes and the Jirachis and so on. And kind of be like, okay, you have to use Flash. I want to force them to attack with Flash Ray. Give me my items back. Because otherwise they risk actually just losing the game. Not next turn, but in 2 turns if I Melodious Echo the next, or this Mewtwo again. They're only distorting for 60 damage, right? Yes, or 60 damage. Oh yeah, 60 damage is the Fighting Fury Ball. They're only distorting for 60 damage. So 60 again. Okay, but I can send up this Meloetta, hit for another 40, or 70, my bad. And then, hit for 70 again, because they actually don't want to KO the Meloettas. So Melodious Echo. And if I ever get a Fusion Strike energy, or the other thing that I could be good, what is it called? If I read a Fusion Strike energy, or it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember what it's called. Oh, Sparkle. If I get a Sparkle, we just win the game. So they can't leave this Mewtwo here. I don't know. There's so many attacks. They could have some other weird attack that I'm not really thinking about. Now they could go with a Sonic Volume, but then we could Sparkle, so I'm not really worried about that. They could go with the Sonic Volume though. It's just gonna be a Distort. Okay, so they're going this route. But there it is. Sparkle off the top. What a great top deck that was. And now Melodious Echo to clean this one out. 140. Knock out the Mewtwo. Yeah, definitely a risky choice for my opponent. There was just so much time for me to draw into that. And I only had 14 cards left in my deck at that point. So if I ever got a turn of items, we were just going to tear through our deck and find it for sure. But I guess that means that I don't know. That just wasn't it, I don't think, for my opponent. Easy dub in this first one. All right, here we go again. We are going second this game now, though. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult. It's not going to be probably a turn 1 Guzma. Or we can't do something like a turn 1 Guzma KO on a Mewtwo. Tag Team GX. So we're going to have to play a little bit slower. This hand is okay. It's a little clogged for my liking. But we can work with it, I guess. Let's see what we're up against here. Articuno from my opponent. That kind of tells me absolutely nothing. But bench Genesect. Quick ball a Guzma. I think I'm going to play pretty aggressive with the tablets here. Draw some cards, try and find some more Genesects. We just need to get a lot of Pokemon out in the first turn, which can be difficult sometimes, to be honest. Ooh, I really want to maintenance away the Sparkle. I do need that next turn. I'm just going to pass, see what my opponent's playing. And then we'll probably go Sparkle plus maintenance on the next turn. And then hopefully draw. I mean, my opponent's playing an Articuno, so it makes me think they're probably playing not a super aggressive deck. They're playing something a little bit slower that likes to set up. And it looks like it is an Ice Rider here. I haven't ever played against Ice Rider in Expanded. This is my first time playing against this one. With Trubbish. So it looks like they probably are playing Ability Lock Garbodor, which means we definitely are going to want to get some Fusion Strike energy down on our Genesects. We do play 2 Field Blower as well, so we also have that as an out to Garb. But I assume this is going to be Ability Lock Garb. I can't imagine it would be any other Garb. I don't know why you'd play any other Garb. So I'll start with the Sparkle here. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and preemptively set one up on the Genesect. Probably put 1 on 2 Genesects. Go with the maintenance. Get rid of those 2 cards. Draw 1. A Nest Ball is a perfect draw here, to be honest. And we're looking for... Ooh, looks like we did price 2 Stadium, so it could be a little bit of a tough hit here, to be honest, to get that Stadium. Get another Genesect. Definitely want to save some of these power tablets. Can't lose all of them. Need some for the later game to look for one-hit KOs on Ice Riders. Got a Meloetta. Trainer's Mail. Got the Computer Search. That guarantees the Stadium, and it looks like that's the route we're gonna have to go. We give up these 2. Go ahead and find ourselves that Stadium and get this KO here. 1 Fusion Strike energy left in the deck. Would have loved to hit the town map, so we could like pick our prize card here, but we're just gonna have to go with this KO. And we get another Stadium out of the prize card, so that's pretty good. Of course, they might not even be playing a Stadium. I don't know. I have no idea what Ice Rider Garb plays in Expanded, to be honest. I have no clue. But we got the Fusion Strike energy down on the Genesect. Even if they get the tool card on the Garb, this Genesect can still work. And we also have the Field Blower in hand, so we will be able to Field Blower away the tool card and use other Genesects. And we're going to look for that one-hit KO here on this Calyrex VMAX on our next turn. All coming down, getting rid of an N. We'll probably try and split our Fusion Strike energy. Try and get 4 in play on the next turn, plus the Power Tablet. We'll need another Power Tablet or a Muscle Band, and we'll get the one-hit KO here. And we'll try and get 2 on Genesects and 2 on Meloettas for the Fusion Strike energy, so that way, even if our opponent gets a tool down and we can't find a blower, we still have a decent amount of draw power to work with. There's the KO on the Meloetta. Okay. Our hand is a little clogged here. Just because they didn't get a tool card or a Stadium replacement, I just have a lot of stuff that's just not very good. So this is where the maintenances come in play, though. This is where we need to find some maintenance. Sheesh. We could go for a Guzma play, to be honest, here at this point. I did already play a tablet. Let's get rid of that. There's a Muscle Band. So I got the Muscle Band now, but I don't have the other Fusion Strike energy. I think I'm just going to go with Muscle... How much damage am I doing right now? How much damage am I doing? Played 1 tablet. I just don't think we're gonna hit the one-hit KO here. Maybe we don't need to hit the one-hit KO. Maybe we don't need to hit it. Let's go with the Sparkle. We could still hit it, but maybe we just don't need to. Maybe this is fine. I'm gonna save that last tablet. Just draw again with Genesect. Okay, once again, the hand's gotten weird. I'm going to quick ball away at Guzma. It's kind of clogging, cramping our style. We have a thing in there. We need to find that special charge. What we really need to find is a maintenance. There it is, man. The maintenance has been eluding us. But I don't think I'm going to go any deeper this turn with the maintenance. We have like everything we need to get a 1-hit KO next turn, or to dig a little bit deeper with the maintenance section. But we have like a good utility cards on like the blower and stuff. So I'm just going to chill this turn. I'm going to go ahead and smack. And next turn, we're going to try and set up. We did prize a Meloetta, so hopefully our Stretcher is in the deck, because I actually don't want to attack with this Meloetta next turn. I didn't actually see if the Stretcher was in the deck or not, though. Yeah, we're going to try and attack. We don't have to get a 1-hit KO next turn. We don't have to get a 1-hit KO next turn, but we need the option of 1-hit KO on, like, the following turn, I think. Yeah, that's when we're going to need the option of the 1-hit KO. Okay, so slow follow-up from my opponent. We just need to, like, knock this thing out. We don't have to 1-hit KO it, though. Let's see. Let's see if we can find that special charge. We did. Great hit. Special charge. Maintenance, though. We need to find... into another maintenance. Okay. I do want to sparkle this turn. Just maintenance again. Put a maintenance in the field blower back. We just don't need those cards out right now. For people. Let's just see what's in the deck. Is the Stretcher here? The Stretcher's here. So we need to find the Stretcher, really, to be honest. That's like the hit we're looking for. We're looking for that Stretcher. Okay. Switching cups. Get rid of the stadium, I guess. A muscle band. That is not what we're looking for. Oh, man. Nest ball to change the top deck. I think I'm actually, like, fine with field blowing off this muscle band. We're gotta keep this last muscle band around to, like, have the potential for a 1-hit KO, though. And then we're gonna go into the fusion strike system here. Okay, got another maintenance. Gonna go ahead and maintenance away. The field blower seems like the best card to have around, just in case my opponent does get a tool card. We got another stadium. When my opponent's not playing stadiums, having our own stadiums, as many of them, is like a little bit... Okay, there we go. Stretcher for 1, get the Meloetta. We did prize our other special charge. Now we can play the Sparkle, though, down on these two. Okay, looking better. Oh, I have another fusion strike system to work. Man, we are just drawing so many cards. If we can get the town map, if it's in the deck, to be honest, I don't know if it's in the deck. I don't mind losing a stadium right now. Town map is prized. That's not great. So hopefully we get our last... Hopefully we get our special charge off the prize cards here. We're drawing 3 of the last 5, so there's good odds for that. Another stadium. There we go. We got the special charge. So we can go for the 1-hit KO this turn. On this next turn, we can go for the 1-hit KO. And actually, we have 4 cards left in our deck, so we almost have it guaranteed here, I feel like. Unless my opponent plays, like, Enhanced Hammers. But if they only played, like, 1, if they played even multiple and only found 1, we'd still be able to get the 1-hit KO on this next turn. Yeah, Aqua Patches. That makes a lot of sense. This deck's kind of cool. I've never seen a Ice Rider Garb. But you have the Max Potions as well. They found their Float Stone. But now we do play the Fusion Strike Energy. We got 2 of them on our Genesex. So we have 2 draws through the Genesex. We need to find the Special Charge, the Muscle Band, and the E-Power. Or just a Guzma, to be honest. Just KO this Calyrex, and we will just win the game. And there's the top deck Guzma, so we're going to close it out here on the Calyrex. Yeah, I was thinking, like, if they... In my head, I was like, well, they're going to probably try and V-Max it. I'm sure they were trying. They did not succeed. And, guys, that's going to do it for these games with this Meloetta deck. Like I said, I mean, as far as attacking goes, it seems pretty crazy. I'm sure there's a ton of, like, other, like, weird control decks that kind of just beat this deck, because we only play, like, 4 special energy. But with, like, Elsa Sparkle involved, it definitely feels like we have a way to beat a decent amount of them. I don't know. There's just so many things to expand it to account for. You can't beat everything, it feels like, most of the time. But it feels like this is pretty good as far as attacking decks go. We do so much damage on our first turn, or on our second turn, or whatever. We're taking big 1-hit KOs every turn of the game, it feels like. So if we're up against an attacking deck, this just feels really good. This deck just feels kind of insane. So definitely recommend you guys give it a try. Definitely don't even need the Mew VMAX in here. But yeah, and the maintenance, like I mentioned before, it makes the deck feel so much smoother. When you finally hit that card, it makes everything go and flow and whatever. It's just pretty crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Brilliant Stars is so close. I'm so excited. We're almost there with some new, fresh, standard content coming at you soon.